A Duff Said is brought to you by Sheldon Street Pizza. Visit them online at sheldonstreetpizza.com or stop by Sheldon's during your next trip to Lake Orion. Sheldon Street Pizza, the official pizza of A Duff Said. And by Fourth Coast Cider Works. Quality craftsmanship, quality hard cider. You can check them out online at fourthcoastciderworks.com or come get a can or a howler at their Canterbury Village location. Not available for anyone under the age of 21. Please drink responsibly. Welcome back to A Duff Said Live. We are covering scores from across the state of Michigan, and one score in particular, it was in Division 7 tonight, where second-ranked New Lothrop was a 42-14 winner over their rival, Montrose. Here to talk about that is head coach Clint Galvas. Clint, another great win for you tonight. You guys are now 6-0. How did you get it done against one of your biggest rivals?
Yeah, kids are always, you don't have to, do anything extra to get them fired up to go play their rival next door. And we were just really, I think, amped up for this one to the point I almost kind of had to calm them down to say, hey, listen, we can't, you almost got to kind of harness that energy. You don't want to go out there out of control. And, they were just super amped for this one. And we hit the ground running. We took the opening kickoff back and, kind of never looked back from there.
You know, I was just talking to Tony Petrito over at Rochester Adams about the importance of community, and you guys are maybe 6 miles apart from each other out in Genesee County. And so anytime you get together, it's not about records, it's not about playoffs, it's not about any of that. It's just two communities coming together to play a smash mouth football game. And how special is it every year to be a part of that?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you nailed it on the head. It's, the one thing we tell our kids before we play this game, this is the one game. Hey, we're not just playing for each other here on this one. We're playing for the entire town. I mean, you don't just play for your school. It's the entire town you're playing for. And it's funny because I have community members come up throughout the year. In fact, I had even one, this week, but it's like periodically throughout the year, they'll come up and say, hey, which one matters. That's what they'll say. They're like, the other ones are great, but which one matters. That's what community members say. So it means a lot to the community. And just like, you were saying, to be a part of that, it is super special because both towns are empty to be there for each and every year we play. And, it's just cool to have a rivalry like that. And it's always smash mouth or, we're going to be sore for, a couple days and have to heal up some nicks and bruises and have some ice bags on us tomorrow. But that's what you expect out of this game. And, again, you nailed it when you said records don't matter. Playoff implications really don't matter. It's just this game playing for your town and getting those bragging rights for another year or so.
Being in this sports broadcasting business for as long as I have, can you tell that I picked up a few cliches along the way?
But but it's true, 100% true. And it's funny, I mean, because it's what you said is the same thing we share with our kids, though. I mean, it's because it is. It's you've been New Lothrop, and you've been around this area, and they live and breathe with their sports teams, this whole community. So and obviously to come out on top, it's just always an extra special feeling. Because you do feel like you're giving the town, that one, so it's a cool feeling.
Yeah, I know coaches don't really like the term bragging rights. I know it's not something that you're shooting for when you play a football game, but for your community and for your kids, is there an element that you always want to clinch to say, hey, we got one over Montrose? That's a good feeling for right now, but it's not what we ultimately want to do.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I told our guys it is a game you'll always remember, and obviously for your seniors, it's one you take away that you beat your rival, right? Your senior last year, and so in that sense, it's important. But after the game, I said, "Hey, great win, proud of you. We're gonna enjoy it for a day, and then guess what? Sunday we're right back to work, and and our schedule doesn't get any easier. We got Ovid Elsie next, and Durand, who just come off a big win tonight against a ranked Gladstone team. And so, I mean, we don't got too much time to dwell on this one. Like I said, we'll enjoy it through Saturday and then back to work on Sunday.
But this was a good one for you guys. How did you set the tone early offensively?
Yeah, like I said, we took that opening kickoff back and really kind of set the tone on that. I felt like, and then defensively, I thought we played phenomenal. We got the ball, and they ended up putting a nice little drive together. Went for it on a fourth down on their first drive, got it, got down into I think our red zone pretty close, and we ended up getting a stop on fourth, and then we were able to put another long drive together and score, and ultimately kind of go up 14-0 there. And I think we ended up 20-0 before the half. Put another drive together there in the third. Offensively, our offensive line just played phenomenal tonight, and it seemed like kind of anyone that was running, was able to they have a nice hole to start off with. And it's a testament to Coach John Long, our offensive line coach, and just did a phenomenal job. And then defensively, Coach Brad Barnett, our defensive coordinator, that guy puts in a lot of time, and he put in a great game plan. And defensively, man, we played great. In fact, they drove down to the inside the 1 yard line. I got fourth down and one from inside the one before the half so a really big could be momentum change because they're getting the ball at the start of the second half as well. And we stopped them on fourth down, end up getting a penalty for a face masking call on that fourth down stop, which again, it was inside the one. So they move it even further down, almost touching the goal line at this point. So they get to redo it again, and we stopped them again. And that was right before they kind of end the half. And that was just, I felt like at that point we just kind of took all the wind out of their sails, and like I said, a testament to our defense. Just really played really well tonight.
I talked about it so many times, and I hope I didn't jinx you guys by Montrose breaking the shutout streak that you guys had for the last few games. You knew that they were going to try to have some measure of pride, but no moral victories really for them this evening. They came up short against you guys, 42-14. This was another impressive win. You guys really seem to be clicking on all phases right now. And at this point of the season, how thrilled are you with each unit and what they're doing for you?
Man, we're like you said, we're in a good spot right now. Offense is clicking pretty well. Defense is flying around. I'm definitely pleased with where we're at right now. But obviously, you've been around long enough to know that you can't afford to be satisfied, and we're definitely not. And we got to continue to improve because, like I said, things are only going to get harder for us. So we're in a great spot right now. But the group of kids we got, I know is not going to be satisfied. So we're going to keep our heads down and keep on working.
Well, listen, I'm an Indiana Hoosier at heart. I'm from the state of Indiana. Bob Knight had one of the best quotes ever when he said, "Satisfaction is the death of desire." So, you get that desire for about a day and then it's back to work. You got Ovid Elsie next up on your schedule. What are some challenges that they present to you guys?
Man, yeah, big, physical. They definitely, fly around offensively. They pound the ball inside the tackles. They're gonna, they're gonna use their size and their physicality for sure. So we got to be ready to go. We got to, like I said, we got to kind of lick our wounds here a little bit and ice these bumps and bruises because it's going to be another hard fought game next week, and there's going to be some hard hitting going on. I can tell you that.
Any significant injuries that you're dealing with, or just the occasional bumps and bruises that do come with a game like this?
I'm hoping that's all it is. I guess I'll know, a little bit more. We had a couple of gutsy performances, a couple of our quarterback being one of them, our next top carrier, our top running back, Nolan Mulcahy, Jack Klein. Those two just really gutted out a couple injuries that they sustained early on, and hopefully nothing significant, and hopefully it might be something just day to day here, probably moving forward early week, and then we'll see where they're at. But I don't think it's anything, hopefully, long term.
Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys can continue this momentum. Right now, you are tied for second in the top 10 poll in the Associated Press in Division 7. When you saw those rankings come out, how did you guys react to that?
Yeah, we don't. It don't. It's we don't even talk about it. It's whatever. They mean nothing really to us, and it's not like we're getting seeded going to the playoffs. So at the end of the day, what is it? It doesn't mean anything. So, we just keep playing football, and like I said, keeping our head down. And it's either way. It doesn't matter. What you're ranked. You still got to go out there and play the games. So it don't matter to us.
Well, Clint, I wish you all the best next week. You guys got Ovid Elsie. Your community has responded really well to this show. They may not always be listening on the Podbean app, but I know that they're listening afterwards after I post what we've been talking about, the new Lothrop Hornets. This is what I created the show for, was for your guys and your community to get a chance to celebrate what you guys are doing on the field. And you're doing a great job, and people are noticing, and I hope people continue to listen, because I appreciate you being a part of this. I really do.
Well, no, it's just an awesome show you've been starting here and putting on. So yeah, you keep sharing with me, and we'll keep on sharing it and getting it out there for sure, because you do an awesome job with this. So
you were I think I want to say like the third or fourth person that I had on this podcast. I didn't always have this on the Podbean app. I started with a different app. And that one was actually probably the show that people listened to the most, was that one. And that's the one where we talked about, that's the one where I kind of just told your whole life story.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And I'll never forget #bling, because you guys had just gotten your state championship rings, the first set of rings that you guys got out there at New Lothrop. And everybody loved that show. And that's what I always just strive for, to give people.
Yeah. Yep, that was a fun show, and I know a lot of people. It's funny, a lot of people came up and talked to me for a while after that, talking about that podcast and how they listened to it and they thought it was really neat. So I'm like I said, I'm glad you're doing this. It's super cool, and I know that New Lothrop, my community out here, they love this, they love it. So keep it rolling.
I will. Fun story, real quick, before I let you go. When I got to this app that I'm on now, Podbean. The biggest show that I had after that one that we did on another app, the one that got the most downloads, was another Montrose New Lothrop preview show. Wow. That was actually from the Montrose perspective, back when Skinner was playing quarterback for them.
Oh yeah.
And that one got a lot of listens too, but I think a lot of your people also listened to that. They were kind of curious to see what they had to say about New Lothrop, which again just speaks volumes to what your two communities are doing out there.
No, for sure. Yeah, Montrose the same way. They live and die. I'm from there and obviously played there and coached there, and it's a great sports community as well. So yeah, no, I think you got the attention of both of the communities for sure with your podcast.
Awesome. Well, that's what I created it for, and I'm thrilled to see that everybody's satisfied with it. I'll keep doing the great work. Your guys keep doing the great work on the football field.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Have a great weekend, Clint. We'll be talking to you in a couple weeks. Best of luck to you guys next week against Ovid Elsie.
Appreciate it, man. You take care.
Awesome. Have a great night, Clint. That was Clint Galvas, the head football coach of the New Lothrop Hornets. New Lothrop, the second-ranked team in Division 7 in the Associated Press poll, was a 42-14 winner tonight over Montrose. Would you like to hear more about the New Lothrop Hornets? Then go to my website, aduffsaid.com. You can catch previous episodes that I have had over the years about New Lothrop football and my previous conversations with head coach Clint Galvas just by looking them up on the Podbean app, Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can always get updates on A Duff Said just by going to my Facebook page, sports journalist Duff Tyler. You can find me on Twitter, just look me up. It's an easy one, Duff Tyler. Until next time, this is Duff Tyler reminding you that if Duff said it, it must be true, because that's what a Duff said.